Welcome back to another Black Star video. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about CBDCs, central bank digital currency. Get you a little bit more familiar with them and let's talk about it. Let's get it. Welcome back to the Black Star video. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to discuss CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. So central bank digital currency will be the currency, a digital currency from the central bank of the country that you're from or wherever is generated at. So if your country, such as mine, the US, has a CBDC, a central bank digital currency by the Federal Reserve, then that will be the currency of the government in a digital form. All right, it wouldn't be a tangible money like we have now, dollars, paper money. It would actually be a digital currency and we'd be able to use our cell phones and transacting it via whatever mobile device or PC, laptop, tablet, whatever, what have you. And the application that they use, it would be work in conjunction with that device. So we're gonna talk about CBDCs in this video, get a better understanding of it, give you some simple websites you can go to, do some tracking and everything else. So let's get into it. So getting right into this video, although El Salvador didn't make Bitcoin its CBDC, right, central bank digital currency, but it did make Bitcoin its legal tender in the country, forcing its citizens to use it. That means its businesses, government agencies, and what have you would have to use or can use Bitcoin or have to take Bitcoin from its citizens as payment options. Because it's recognized as legal tender, that means it's the country's currency. The problem with Bitcoin being legal tender is that it's volatile. So if you have or were given Bitcoin when it was $60,000 last year, and now it's only worth 20, you had a significant loss. There's no reassurances that Bitcoin's price value or price action will stay stable because our community is very small. The crypto community is not large enough for any real stability right now. Even the stock market suffers fluctuation in price, sometimes in extreme levels, especially now we're going through a recession or possible recession. So this article was written a while back, and there's a small video by Elon Musk, who's not worth talking about right now. But the Wall Street Journal made this report about El Salvador's experience with Bitcoin as legal tender, and they go a little bit in depth about it. Right now, with the price of Bitcoin not doing so well, I'm not too sure how El Salvador is making out. But other countries are making steps to have their own CBDC, central bank digital currency, backed by that country's dollar or peso or ruble or whatever it may be called. So India, one of the opponents to cryptocurrency, is now considering CBDCs because the remittance payments option using cryptographic technology and blockchain makes transactions so much faster. So they're going to go after it. They're looking to push CBDC, centralized central bank digital currency, as soon as possible. This article is saying that somewhere around end of 2022, 2023, they'll have a CBDC in place in India and will help remittance payments and abroad so much better. So this article isn't really extensive, and I'm not going to go into it reading to you like you really need that right now. I'll have the link in the description as well with this article. You can go through it. It's very short. It's about a 3-minute read, and you can take the information out of there. But India was one of the biggest opponents of cryptocurrency, and now they look like they're moving towards that way. The central bank has no choice. Most of the world's transactions are going to start going through blockchain. Remittance are 10 times better, 100% secure, and they don't need a reserve currency in dollars, which may be a problem for us. So this website, theatlanticcouncil.org, has a tracker for CBDCs in countries that are using or attempting to get CBDCs in place or testing or in that testing phase. So all around the world, there's different markings letting you know what's going on and where. All right, so in the US, there's research and retail, not too active, but right now it's showing that 11 countries have launched, 14 are in pilot, 26 in development, 47 in research, 10 are inactive, and 2 canceled. And if you click on either one of these highlights, and it'll bring you up to which countries they are. So Ecuador, and Senegal both canceled their research on CBDCs. That means that somebody else is going to wind up taking it over, and they'll just use their CBDC instead. So this website is pretty good, and I'll have a link in the description so you can go ahead and play with it. And they also go to let you know key findings, issue spotlight cross-border CBDC projects, timeline race, and the ABCs of CBDCs. So I'll have this link in the description. You can go ahead and read it on your time whenever you can, and it's an abundance of information here for you. So this website, cbdctracker.org, is also good for tracking countries on what their development stage is, how far along they are, and it lets you know which countries are just on the verge of getting this done. So if you scroll down, you'll see in the bottom you have a watch list, and you can add which countries you want, and they'll automatically get listed. You go to your watch list, and they'll tell you at the stage what stage they're in. Right now, research and pilot. On the right, we can sort by retail, wholesale, or other, digital currency, and if we want to highlight it, we can. So we know that the United States of America, the central bank would be the Federal Reserve. Announced year was 2020. It's in research stage, and they have a good update rate. So the United States consists of the U.S., obviously, and Alaska. And with the U.S. making its own CBDC is going to be huge for the whole crypto ecosystem. I really do think so, and they will have some form of exchange for the CBDC and other crypto assets. This may mark a huge change in stable coins and anything reflecting stable coins, because the CBDC will have its dollar peg. And let's see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting time once the U.S. releases its CBDC. So again, another interesting search method would be launched. So it's saying Jamaica and the Bahamas have launched their own CBDC. And if you click on the actual country, it'll tell you, give some information on what's going on. Jamaica on track to launch CBDC, says Jamdex. More than 3/4 of the central banks considering CBDC. So there's a bunch of information when you go to these websites. So like I said before, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are coming. They're here. They're just about to embark on a whole new journey on a financial system in the U.S. and abroad. And get ready. CBDCs are going to make a huge impact in our whole crypto ecosystem and make a significant difference. With all the tools that I'm showing you, you can go ahead and do your little bit of research, find out what you need to find out about the country that you're in. And if you're in the U.S. like me, we're not there yet, but it's coming along. And I humbly will embrace CBDCs. It's going to make some major differences. So before we end this video, we're going to take a look at some other metrics. So according to DeFi Llama, there's 85 million worth of ADA in total value locked, and MinSwap is the #1 DEX with its dominance at 52%. So the other DEXs need to kick up their program and get with it. We need more ADA locked in. We need some other avenues in which we can trust the DEXs to perform a lot better. What's very interesting is that Wing Riders helped out MinSwap not to have a major catastrophe. And although Wing Riders were not the source of a major problem, but they suffered due to the Nomad hack. And they were temporarily #1 DEX. They worked their way up, and now they're way down because people are having a hard time trusting, and they can't provide the stable coins like they did prior. But this Cardano exploder by ADA pools is actually pretty helpful. Right now it shows that Cardano's price action is at 47 cents. We're in Epoch 362. 24.8 billion ADA is now staked. We have 6.06 million in assets, or million assets. And it looks like the top trading tokens are World Mobile Token, Meld, Sunday Swap, Wing Riders, and AADA, the DAO. AADA is getting ready to be released September 13th, which is next week. It's going to be very interesting. It'll be one of the first major DApps other than the DEXs that launch that's going to be different. It's going to be a lending platform. They're going to have various other options for you to choose from to have liquidity, try to leverage yourself around with ADA. And either you can take your ADA and lend that out, or whatever other asset that you have, you can lend to other people and they can pay back the DAO with interest as needed, as whatever the protocol is. I'm not too sure. I haven't done a lot of research in AADA, but it's a major milestone for Cardano and I'm embracing it. So although we're in a bear market, Bitcoin doesn't look too bad. It rose back up to $19.2 thousand, and Cardano's at 47 cents. That's an uptick from where it was at prior. I think we were at 45 cents, which isn't bad. And some of the other assets, there's a lot of green going on which is a good sign for us. But this is a bear market, and you're going to have this fluctuation of up and down, up and down, up and down. We may get a big spike for Cardano and Ethereum. Ethereum is going to go to proof of stake very soon, Ethereum 2.0. They already started the process as of yesterday. So it's moving along. There isn't any hiccups yet, not that I heard, but everything seems pretty decent with that. And then 2 days after that, we're going to have the Vassal hard fork. It's also the Fed making an announcement on the 21st. So let's see what happens. So we talked about CBDCs, and I'm going to have some tools for you to do some research and some articles I'm going to post in the description. Check them out. Take a look around. Do your research on what country you're in, what country you want to look into, and find out the information that you need to about CBDCs there. Thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. If you like the content, please hit that like button. If you want to get notified every time I make a video, hit that bell notification and subscribe to the channel. Support your boy, Blackstar. We are the light in the darkness. Peace.